Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi and today we're doing another pick a card. So today's pick a card, well this week's pick a card, before I even begin I want to say happy Halloween week. And on this channel, I don't know whether some of you guys were with me last year, but in the week of Halloween, the week that we approaching Halloween, I like to do more darker themed picker cards, not in a negative way. I just like to do more 8th housey picker cards or more spooky picker cards. And the one I have for you today is who are my enemies. And I know like hidden enemies and stuff usually fall in the 12th house and not the 8th house. However, I just felt this would be like quite a good like spooky reading to do. And when I say who are my enemies, I don't mean it in like a creepy way, you know what I mean? I don't mean like someone's outside with a sword waiting. I don't mean it like that. I just mean people that may be a little envious of you or maybe a little jealous of you and things like that. That's what we're taking a look at today. And then other two picker cards, I have two picker cards extra this week as well, and we are going to be following on that darker theme just for this week, for Halloween week. So that is exciting. So I have 4 piles for you guys to choose from. Pile number 1, we have the smoky quartz. Do you see how I match my nails for the aesthetic today? For the Halloween aesthetic this week. Pile number 1, we have smoky quartz. I was gonna say spooky quartz. I was gonna say pile number 1 is spooky quartz. Pile number 2, I'm in a funny mood today, guys. Pile number 2, we have the citrine crystal. And pile number 3, we have the blue calcite. And pile number 4, we have the rose quartz. So see which crystal you guys are drawn to. The timestamps are going to be in the description box as always, and I will see you guys at your timestamp. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. So today we are taking a look at who are your enemies. So you guys chose the smoky quartz, or as I called it in the title, spooky quartz. I'm gonna pop it by here while we get into the reading, and as always I'm gonna start with tarot and then we're gonna shift onto the oracle cards as well for some more clarity. So let's start with tarot. I'm gonna be using 2 different decks. Just for the 2 different energies. Reason being, I use these decks to tell me what I need to know, but whenever I use the Deviant Moon Tarot, it shows me things that are hidden, so I wanted to get that. And also it's a spooky deck, isn't it? We have to use that for Halloween, so that's what we're going to be doing today. So pile number 1, please, spirit guides. Pile number 1, can you tap me into the collective of pile number 1? Straight away they're showing me like an expansion in your heart chakra and your solar plexus chakra. First of all, I just saw this bright yellow light, which I'm being told you guys are having an expansion in your solar plexus, and I'm being told over the next couple of months you guys are going to be feeling a lot more confident in yourself and in your body and feeling more free in that there's almost a zest for life feeling coming through. I don't know why I'm tasting lemons. It's just this zest for life. But then I'm also being told like not so much an expansion in your heart chakra. It feels more so like your heart chakra being in full balance. So I don't know whether some of you guys have been doing some shadow work related to the heart chakra and matters of the heart, but I see that coming into balance. And the reason I was being shown such a bright light with the solar plexus is I just see this burst of love, like looking at everything through the eyes of love. I see that coming up for you, pile number 1, which is something I want to mention. And I'm being told to pay attention to birds. Something about birds and birds having a message for you. So pay attention for birds. And they're referencing like the type of bird. If you guys have been having like a certain type of bird come into your window or just like on your route to work, you've been seeing it a lot, Google or check in with your spirit guides like what that means, because there's something about that. They don't want me to imprint, but they're saying there's something about a specific type of bird that's either going to start showing up or that you've already been seeing, and if you guys already know the meaning for it, then they're just referencing it as this is your reading. So that came through. Pile number, I also just got told Christmas time is going to be a good time for you. You're going to be feeling very, again, it's just that zest for life, that free energy they're referencing. Tap me into pile number 1, spirit guides. Who are pile number 1's enemies? Who do pile number 1 need to watch out for? Who is pile number 1's enemies? Okay, pile number, oh, I literally just like forgot how slippery these cards were and they just jumped out. Pile 1. Who are pile number 1's enemies, please? Okay, straight away they're telling me the word X. They're referencing the word X, but they're also showing me like XX. So this is like an X of an X, or like a new partner of an X, or something like that. It may not even like correlate into the reading, but they're saying something about something to do with an X, or like their new partner or old partner or something like that. Pile number 1. Who is pile number 1's enemies? Who is pile number 1's enemies? Okay, we have the 3 of Wands. Whoever this is, pile number 1, I do feel that they look at your social media. If you don't have social media, they do ponder about you. They do think of you. They may even ask about you. I just shared grapevine, so they may try and like hear things through the grapevine. But whoever this is, they do try to catch up with what you're doing. This doesn't feel like someone that is currently in your circle. It could have been in the past, but this doesn't feel like somebody that is in your circle or in your tight-knit circle. This feels like somebody that's been a little bit shut out or just never even had the key in. That's how it feels. So they're out of your circle, and they're telling me it's like nothing to worry about. It's just someone being nosy, being envious, and wanting to know what you're up to. There is like a jealousy here is what I'm being shown. Pile number 1, please, spirit guides. Who is pile number 1's enemies? 8 of Cups. You guys have a lot of people of the same sex that get envious and jealous of you. So if you guys are like female, you may find that females can sometimes get very envious or jealous of you if they don't know you very well. Vice versa, it's like that. Like people of the same sex can feel very envious of you. And do you want to know what it is? And it's not, they're telling me no, it's not even about sex, it's about the energy that you possess. So if you guys are very divine feminine, you'll find people with more feminine traits feeling envious of you. And if you guys are divine masculine, you'll find people with more masculine traits being jealous of you. It doesn't have to be a sex thing. And I'm being told that because I do feel, you know, I was saying about shadow work, pile number 1, I do feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself. And I feel like you guys, pile 1, you really exude the energy of the divine feminine, divine masculine, whatever it is that you resonate with more. And I feel like you do it in a very high vibrational way, like you transmuted all of the negative energy. And because of that, and because you ooze it, other people that like have those traits, but maybe they have it in a more negative way, they haven't done like inner work or something like that, they get quite jealous of you and the energy that you possess, the energy that you sit so comfortably in, they feel. I hope that makes sense. Because, you know, I was saying at the beginning, this could be like an X of an X. The person that's actually coming through then in the cards is a completely different person, and it feels like an old friend. And they're making me feel like you do deal with people that get envious and jealous of you quite often by you just being you, by you just honing your energy and owning your energy and being comfortable in it. Because there's something about you, whether you realize it or not, how do I put this in the word, spirit? You come across very confident in your body, or you come across very confident in who you are. Things that people may be scared to express, I feel like you express very well, or people feel that you do. And because of that, there's that kind of like envy. There's almost this confidence that you don't even realize that you have, or maybe you do. And people kind of get envious of that. So there may be like little bits of different people popping up in this reading. Like I said at the beginning, I was hearing X of an X, but right here what's coming through is a friend that you may have walked away from in the cards. So pile number 1, who is pile number 1's enemies? I did say enemies, not enemy, so it makes sense that more than one has come up. Yeah, this is someone you walked away from. Pile 1. This is someone you walked away from. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. And then the back of the deck, we have the 10 of Wands. I was going to say 10 of Swords then. 10 of Wands. Okay. This is somebody that you would have stepped away from, whether you just completely cut them off, whether you phased them out, or whether you just like told them straight and walked away. This person has always been very envious and very jealous of you. Reason being, like I said, you sit very comfortably in your energy. And one thing about you, pal number one, is you have a very bright light. And I feel like the way they're making me feel, I don't know whether you're like a Pisces rising, Cancer rising, Libra rising, you come off to people as very sweet, as very loving, or you're just very sweet and loving to the people around you, almost to the sense of naivety sometimes, or that's how people find it, because you are very loving, and it's just this light that you have. You're a very nurturing person. And this particular person that's coming through, because I'm going to home in on one person so we don't get confused, this particular person that's coming through, they would have been a friend back in the day. It could also be a co-worker, and it could even be a family member. It doesn't feel like love or anything like that. This feels like someone that would have been in your circle back in the day. Maybe not even completely tight-knit in your circle, but they were in your circle nonetheless. And this feels like a friend that may have played nice. I'm actually being shown wolf in sheep's clothing. That's it. Wolf in sheep's clothing. I was just checking my candles, guys. Just making sure they're all okay. And this person, I feel like, saw your light, and it was almost like they wanted to be your friend. They liked a lot of things about you, but at the same time, it was like, this person's shining and I'm in the background. I need to kind of humble them, or I need to stamp out their light a bit in order for me to shine. That's what they felt. Instead of just shining their own light, it was like, okay, we need to dim this person's light. And it was coming out of, because the thing is, I'm being told this person isn't necessarily a bad person. It's just that they, you've dealt with more than one person of this, by the way. There's been more than one person in your life that has been like this with you. You've had to learn discernment with people like this, or learn to keep a distance with people like this. But there was just a lot of envy and jealousy and a little bit of self-hatred, to be honest with you, within this person. So you shining, you just being yourself, they did not like that. And I feel like they may have got, and I'm hearing, too big for their boots. So they could have been making a lot of comments to you. They could have just been getting pretty nasty to you, or they could have just been being sly. And one thing about you, pal number one, is you always find out things. Like, spirit always come to you to tell you things, or you just always intuitively know things. So say now somebody's talking about you, you end up then having a psychic dream where that's shown to you, where that person was talking about you, or somebody's like, let's just say cheating on you, like, or something like that. You already know, you're shown a vision of it. It's like you already know that. And I feel like either spirit, or you just would have had dreams, or you just intuitively knew that this person wasn't being a very good friend. And I do see that you stepped away from this person with the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. Now, what I do want to say is, I feel like this person may have acted like they didn't care when you stepped away. Or they could have, some of you guys are here that they reacted out of spite, so maybe they were quite nasty, maybe said some things. One thing that I'm being told is this person really was bothered when you stepped away. When you cut this person off, or you pushed away, or you just like removed your energy, this person was very, very bothered about that. And it's funny because it's like, okay, I feel like they were trying to say things to maybe dim your light or have you question yourself. But at the same time, they were almost like feeding off that light. I don't mean like in a creepy way, just in the sense of like, they got a kick off of being around you too. You know what I mean? Like I said, they saw you as very like valuable. So that was a light that they did want in their life. But I feel like it made them powerful to see you question yourself, or it made them feel powerful to a little bit of narcissistic tendencies coming through. More so manipulation. Yeah. I feel like this person may have had a bit of Cancer or Scorpio in their chart, but they were acting out of the negative attributes. Not dragging my Cancers and Scorpios watching this. They were acting out of the negative attributes of it. That's what I'm picking up. Because there's water here. Do you know, like I said, like Divine Feminine at the beginning, it's like there's water here, but it's like you're very watery too, but I feel like they're using the negative attributes and getting jealous of your more positive attributes, your intuitive attributes. You know what I mean? Like, all of that, and they're trying to like stamp it out. They could be quite malicious, but them having you question your worth, they're having you question your light, or any insecurities that would crop up for you, it was almost like they felt powerful about it. And when you left, it was like, oh, you know what I mean? Because now they're gonna shine elsewhere, they're gonna be shining at what they're doing, and I'm not there to kind of like knock them down a peg or two or something. Like that's honestly how it feels. It's not a nice energy, but that's how it feels. And what I do feel, pile number one, is after you stepped away from them, with this Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you've really put energy into yourself, nurtured yourself, and shined out. And I feel like now, pile number one, you're shining more than you were before. And there's something about this 10 of Wands that they're struggling with right now. I don't know whether it's self-confidence. I don't know whether it's like a business idea that they've wanted, or maybe they thought they were going to be more financially successful than you or something like that. But there's something about you that they're seeing right now, because they're on your social media, pile one, or they are hearing through the grapevine or asking things about you. They're seeing you shine out. They're seeing you be a star. And there's something that you're doing that they feel you're doing better than them. And it's irking them. You know what I mean? It's irritating them. They don't quite like that. I don't think they would even dare to come back in your life or try and come back in your life, pile number one. This is someone that, like, I feel like when you're around them, you were a little bit more naive, or you just tolerated a lot more. And they can very much tell in this phase of your life, you would not tolerate their ish. So they know that even if they came back into your life, it wouldn't be the same. So there's no bother in it. But there's almost a bit of a fascination of watching what you're doing. Because there's something that you're doing that they never thought that you would do. Or maybe just the person you've kind of grown into, they never thought that you would do that. And it's kind of baffling them. So they're kind of looking at what you're up to. Maybe some of you guys have got into spirituality. Maybe some of you guys have started a business that's booming. And they're like, what? I'm sorry, what? Like, they're just very perplexed by something that you're doing. Yeah, pile number one. I want to get deeper because I almost feel like I'm literally just touching the surface level. Pile number one. Who is pile number one's hidden enemies? There's nothing to worry about this person at all. Spirit is saying, I feel like you've had the brunt of this person when they were in your life. All they're going to do now is just kind of like maybe lurk the socials or something like that. Yeah, we have the Tower card. There's almost this feeling of, yeah, you leave, you're going to be in the same situation when I hear about you next, like whatever. And then they come back and it's like, you've climbed to the top of the tower. You have your own tower now and you're shining your light. And it's like, what? Like something that you're doing or something that you did has almost baffled them, pile one. I don't know what it is. It could be like, you could even correlate it to an ex and them thinking, oh, they're going to be single the next time, whatever, and then you're in a relationship. It doesn't feel love-wise. It does feel friendship, family member-wise, to be honest with you. But something that maybe some of you guys didn't grow up with a lot of money and this person did, and then maybe you've made, you know, like a lot of money and they didn't expect it. Or maybe there was like a project that was very out there that you were working on it that maybe you talk about and they were like, you know, because they do feel a bit like logical in the sense of like, oh, well, they'd never get that off the ground. And then you have. There's something that's caused this tower moment within them that they now feel like, oh my God, this person's doing so much better than me. And they're kind of like watching, you know what I mean? Watching, like, oh my God, there's definitely like envy here. I'm hearing the Nicki Minaj song, Envy. Pile number one, the Empress. Yeah, look at that. You were coming through as the Empress. That's how they're seeing you, as the Empress. And it's caused this tower moment. They see you as somebody very abundant, very attractive, somebody that kind of like wants for nothing. And I do feel whatever it is that they're talking about, that they're having this tower moment over, pile number one, I do feel that you've really had to work for it. You know what I mean? I feel as well with the Empress looking over here, you may have even caught them lurking on your socials or heard that they were lurking on your socials or something like that. Or you may, in the coming weeks, have that happen. Because look how the Empress is looking at the tower here. This person's like shook as hell, falling out of the tower. But then this Empress is here enjoying her, you know, flower. She's sniffing a flower, but she's looking. She's like, wait, what? What was that noise? You know what I mean? Oh my God, there's a tower falling. So I feel like you may catch them looking at your social media if you haven't already. And it doesn't have to be in the physical realm. Because sometimes when I say that, people will think just physically. Again, dreams. Like you may have a dream where this person's showing up in your dreams a lot. Or you may have a dream where like this person's peeping on you or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Something like that, or a vision, or you just may like be sitting there. This happens to me sometimes. Like if somebody's like really preying on me, I will intuitively pick up that they are energetically, like, and I can feel them trying to pick my brain, or I literally be shown my Instagram and someone's scrolling and I'm like, So it's something like that could happen, because there's something about you intuitively knowing that they're having a bit of a lurk. Okay, one more tarot card, then we'll move to Oracle. Pile 1. Who is pile number 1's hidden enemies? Pile number 1. You do have a lot of people that do lurk on your social media, though. Like, not in a creepy way, just like I said, you draw in some envy. I have to be honest with you. Hanged Man. It's almost like when you were around this person, I feel like you would have been a bit younger, because there's this energy of you dimming your light to keep them warm, you maybe acting small to comfort their ego. You may have done that in the past, or just like there's things that you know you could have even bragged about or talked about or shun out, but it was like you kept yourself small for them, or maybe you knew intuitively that they weren't the person to kind of open up to, and maybe you were even starting projects then and doing things then, because there's almost a sense of, with this Hanged Man, they're realizing stuff about you that they didn't know, or they're seeing things in motion now that they didn't even know you were putting in motion. And it's kind of this kind of, they're seeing you truly for what you are. Even though they saw you as a light, now they're seeing you as this Empress, and it's just like, what? Because the back of the deck as well, guys, we literally have the 9 of Pentacles. So there's something about you like really doing well, and they're just like seeing something like that for the first time and just being like, what? And it's making them more envious, you know? Let's pull some of these. Pile number 1. Who is pile number 1's enemies? The Key. Okay, so we have the Key. Yeah, you know what it is? I just feel like this person almost feels like they chase riches, they chase status, they chase money, they chase validation or whatever, and what they don't like is they feel that you have always had the key to that. Maybe not like, I feel at the beginning it was more like other people's attention, other people's energy, or just the key to what they wanted, whereas I feel like there's something with the Pentacles here, with the Queen of Pentacles and then the 9 of Pentacles, there's something financially abundant that you've created, or you are creating, or that they feel will become something big. Again, it could be related to like status or something like that. Maybe you have a following, etc., and they're like, now they've got the key to that. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh my god. And like I said with the 10 of Wands, I don't feel like they don't feel in their life like they're doing very well, and they're seeing you and they're like, there's almost a feeling like this isn't fair. How do they have the keys to everything? That's how they feel. Whereas I feel like you've had to really like blood, sweat and tears to get to where you are. Just really do a lot of inner work. Balance. Yeah, this person is not balanced. This is the thing. Because if this person was pouring into themselves as much as they spent maybe trying to take other people's light away, and I do feel like they gossip a lot, if they were pouring into themselves as much as they do all of that, I feel like they would be very balanced, and I feel like they would be very successful, but I just feel like their attention's on the wrong things. Yeah, and the back of that deck was the Void, so they feel very cut out to your life. It's almost like silence. It's like, I'm going to pull another card now, but it almost feels like silence. It's just kind of like, well, I want to know more. I'm hearing, tell me more. Like, I feel like they're on your socials, for sure. If they could try and lure you back in, if they could try and have you back in their life again, they would, I'm being told. But they're very aware you've just completely moved on. You wouldn't want any of that back. There's envy. I just feel like this was like an envious friend that still checks up on you from time to time. And every time they check up on you, it's like, because you just keep shining more, you know? So I hope this person learns to like validate themselves and shine their own light. I hope that they do. Pile 1. Who are pile number 1s? Whoop. Oh, look what we have here. Oh my god, look at that. We have Lady de los Muertos. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Acceptance and equality. Yeah, this person doesn't accept themselves. This person is not balanced. This person doesn't see the beauty in themselves. You know what I mean? And instead of accepting themselves, instead of doing the work on themselves, they decide to pick other people apart, which, you know, it's not going to lead them to success then. But they're choosing like a what's it called, a small victory over just having the abundance of a lifetime in regards to just like working on themselves and being more abundant. We also had the lamp remembrance. This person thinks back to you a lot. Pile 1. This person thinks back to you a lot. I feel like this person may be stuck in a particular time period. Sometimes when we haven't healed something, we stay stuck and it's in a current period. And I feel like this person is stuck there. Let me sort that out because that was... I hope that's... Okay, that should be fine. Yeah, this person's stuck in a certain time period, pile 1. It could even be the time period when they knew you, when they were around you. They're very much stuck on it. Because they're still holding that light to you and still checking up on you. It's weird because I almost feel like this person could get so much inspiration from you to work on themselves, to heal themselves, to be abundant themselves, but they choose, like they, out of free will, actively choose to go through the lower vibrations and be petty and be bitchy, or, you know, be gossipy and try and tear down instead of being like, wow, you know what I mean? I can't put myself in the thought process of that, but that's how they are. Pile number 1. And Spirit's saying you'll know who I am talking about. You already have a person in your head, I'm being told. So that's what I have for pile number 1. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if this resonated. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching. And hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at who are your enemies. So I'm going to start with tarot as usual, and then I'm going to use the Deviant Moon tarot. I forgot what it was called then, just because it's spooky and I find like hidden energies do come up with that deck. And then I'm going to pull some more oracles as well. So let's pop the citrine up here and let's get in. So bear with me as I'm shuffling because I forgot how slippery these cards were, and probably I will knock a card on the floor. So I'm just going to say that now. So pile 2, tap me into the collective of pile number 2, please. Tap me into the collective of pile number 2, okay? Who is envious or jealous, or who is the enemy of pile number 2? Who is pile number 2's enemies, please, spirit guides? Who is, do you know what? This is someone that I feel like you either don't know they exist, or it's somebody that like you may have crossed paths, but you don't even look at them as an enemy. It's a funny energy. It's like you almost, like you're so in your own world and winning or just doing you. This person's out here considering you somebody that's like an enemy to them, whereas you're like, who? Like that's how it's coming through. There's something about you when you detach and you cut off. Bit of Scorpio energy coming through, bit of Aquarius energy coming through. Like I feel like you're like that, just very earthy, like Capricorn. Yeah, I feel it's Capricorn-y, to be honest with you, as well, from you guys. And this person's out here feeling some type of way while you're just like, I don't know who you are, my darling. Or it's just like you may have known them in the past. There may have even been a bit of beef between you in the past, but like you wouldn't even consider it beef now. It's just, it's so far gone. That's what's coming through for you. But I'm gonna lay the cards for you guys. So pile number 2, please, spirit guides. Who is the enemies of pile number 2? Who is the enemies of pile number 2? Okay, so we have the 9 of Pentacles. One thing about you, pile number 2, is you do give off this energy of leadership, but you guys may be cardinal signs. You guys may have like Leo energy. Oh, I thought my candle was burning then. Sorry, guys. I literally thought my candle was like sizzling up and I was gonna have to blow it out, sorry guys. But you give off that energy of leadership, and whether you feel like you're confident or not, you give off this air of confidence. You give off this, right, this is the air you give off, and I've probably told you it in another reading because it feels similar to another pick a card that I did. You give off an air of luxury. You give off an air of high maintenance. You give off an air of that, you just do, whether you feel like it or not. And sometimes that does have people feel, I wouldn't necessarily say intimidated. A lot of people, I do feel like a lot of people for the most part get inspired, or just like you inspire people to maybe dress a certain way and things like that. But there's just sometimes you will have people that will just be hating on you because you're great. Like that's just what you get sometimes. And I feel like that's the case with this person as well, or this may have been how it started. But who is this person? Because it almost feels like they're, you know, that they're showing me the thing. You know, on YouTube, is it YouTube or Google, and you can like search incognito? Something, it's either YouTube or Google where you can do that. You can search incognito, and this person feels like that. Like if this person's looking at your social media, they have burner accounts. This person just seems like, I don't want to be caught. I don't want it to be known that I feel this way. I want to act as unbothered as they're acting, because it's almost like they're mirroring your energy. You know that psychological thing where it's like if you feel someone's watching you, like put something in your mouth or do something, they'll do it because they're copying you, like, or watching you, and you know what I mean, they'll just do it, like psychologically. It's kind of like that. I feel like you act like I don't care, but it's not even an act, you literally just don't care. So they're like, well, I'm gonna act like I don't care then. I'm gonna act like I'm not bothered then. I'm gonna act like them. It feels like that. I want to know who this is. They're really hiding kind of like who they are. Pile, I just heard cousin. So for somebody, and this is literally going to be like one or two people, this could be a cousin. If you've been having an inkling like, wait, this sounds like my cousin, yes. But I don't feel like there's only like a few of you. So if that doesn't resonate, let it float to whoever it needs to float to. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. Pile number 2. Who is pile number 2's enemies? 9 of Swords reversed. Okay. Who is pile number... Oh, that card just jumped out. The Star. I said I was picking up Aquarius energy. Pile number 2. Who is jealous or envious of pile number 2? They don't want to be known, pile 2. They do not want to be known. We're going to crack it, though. We have the Tower card at the back of the deck. Okay, this is coming through as well. This could be a co-worker, because this almost feels like someone that either always felt like they were in competition with you, or somebody that you worked in like a job with, or you're in the same field of work and you just completely ace it. Like you just completely you get it every time. Like say now, let's just say, for example, you're a tarot reader, right? I feel like you see things in the cards that aren't there. You're a very good tarot reader. The way that you read the cards, you see things, and it's just like, it comes naturally to you. Whereas this person, they have to really try. Not that they're completely bad at whatever it is, it's just they really have to try, and they don't have the magic or the sauce that you have. Of course they don't, because, you know, we all have our own. And I feel they feel very competitive to you. They feel very oh, this is someone that's trying to like mimic you a little bit and copy you a little bit, or they're just very frustrated that you do the same thing, or you have the same interest, but you ace it. You completely ace it. This is really, all right, bear with me while I do this reading, because they're really hard to get into. And I was going to wait a while before I added these cards, but these cards always show me hidden energies, and I'm going to lay them now because this person really doesn't want to be known. And I'm really having to work a second to get into the energies. I'm also going to use my spirit guides to just see it from a higher perspective rather than push, because if they don't want me to push into that energy, I'm not going to force it. If that is their wish. Pile number 2. Who is pile number 2's hidden enemies? Let me just lay these cards. High Priestess. When I said tarot reading, I do actually think maybe it could have been tarot reading or something to do with spirituality with the High Priestess here. Some of you guys may be mystic. Some of you guys may be in the spiritual fields, very connected to spirit. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. This person's very incognito. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. Who is it? Who is pile number 2's enemies? The Hermit. Okay. Major Arcana is coming through here. Who is pile number 2's enemies, please, Spirit Guides? 2 of Wands. Back of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Right, there's something that you do, and it could just be you in general, the way that you dress, the way that you look, but there's something that you do that just is very inspiring, or you're just very good at it. You ace it because it's something that you've mastered in other lifetimes. I'm actually being told, like, again, work-wise, you could be my spiritual pal, because they're taking me to, like, spirituality, philosophies, like astrology and things like that. And I feel like this is either a co-worker or someone in your field, or just someone that maybe has been a friend, seen you're into it, they've tried to get into it thinking it was easy, and now they're struggling to maybe be like you, but there's something that you are really good at, like really, really good at, and you just flawlessly do it. And this person is trying to be as good as you, or be like you, or be able to, you know, again, read the cards like you, or do whatever it is that you're doing, or dress like you, or look like you, or have the same, it almost feels like essence as you, like aura as you, and they can't. And because they can't, there's almost this kind of like beef that they're creating in their brain towards you. I don't feel like you've even really spoken to this person, or this person is someone that you would even think you would have beef with. Like, you're either really nice when you speak, but I almost feel like you don't speak, like you might not even know who this is. But this person is trying to be like you. You may be aware of them energetically, but it's not really something you care about. I hope that's making sense. It's not something that you care about. It's like they want what you have. With the the reason I'm being taken to spirituality and stuff is because of the High Priestess here. And we have the 6 of Pentacles, which is taking me to, like, helping people. You know what I mean? Helping people through spirituality, helping people through tarot, like, helping people in that way. And I feel like because of that, you may be seen as someone that a lot of people go to. So they're putting you on a pedestal like that, and they want to be like that. There's something like that coming through. And they're trying a lot of tactics to try and be like you, or they're trying to create your sauce. They're trying to create your lightning in a bottle, but it's kind of like not working. And the more it doesn't work, the more frustrated they're getting, and the more they're getting angry towards you. I don't think they're going to do anything, pile number 2. Don't, like, be worried about this person at all. It's just causing a tower moment within them, because it's making them feel insecure the more they try and be like you. I feel like this is someone that you may have had a brief, nice conversation with. You may have even realized they may have been, like, trying to be like you. And they're trying to walk your walk, talk your talk, be like you. I don't know why I'm being taken to the red nail varnish here. This could be a significant thing here if they wore red nail varnish or something like that. I don't know why that's coming through. I really got drawn to the red toes then. They're saying that may be significant for somebody. But yeah, I do feel like this person's watching from afar. And with the 2 faces here, especially with the 2 of Wands, I almost feel like they may be very nice to you when you speak. But there's like an envy behind that mask. Yeah, this person's trying to be like you because you're shining like the star. You've got that Aquarius energy. You're different. Or you're just very good at what you do. You have this flair. You're someone that stands out. And they want to be somebody that stands out. So it's like, okay, well, if I copy this person, and then it's like, okay, let's just say this person wore green trousers and a red top. Oh, wow, that looked really good on them. I'm going to try that. And then they put it on, and then they don't feel like you. And it's just like, they're then getting frustrated. Like, why? You know, why can't I be like them? Why can't I do it like that? You know what I mean? And it's coming from, with this 9 of Swords reverse, it's coming from insecurities and pent up, like, self-hatred, self-hurt, and not feeling good enough that they haven't chose to deal with. So they feel like trying to be like somebody else, somebody that they see getting shine is going to make them feel better. What would make them feel better is if they did this inner work, and then it's causing this tower moment. And you know what? This could even be more than one person, pile number 2, because I said at the beginning, you draw in people that can be very envious of you because you're, you know, you are somebody that stands out. You have got that leadership energy. You are somebody like that. I feel like it could even be more than one person, to be honest with you. They keep an eye on you for sure. But this is somebody that's trying to be like you, but the more frustrated they get that they can't, it's making them more and more envious. And Spirit's saying it's going to just keep falling down like this tower. The only person they're really hurting is themselves. It's not really going to have an impact on you. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, I literally feel like you're like nonchalant, like you're not even aware. You don't, even if you are aware, it's just not something you're worried about. You don't really care. It's more annoying than anything else. But the person that they're hurting is themselves with this tower card, and it's just going to keep like triggering and triggering until they choose to deal with this Nine of Swords and actually purge those energies out, which I don't feel is something that they're wanting to do right now. And I feel like they'll move on from you to maybe somebody else, and then maybe somebody else, but they're seeing you like the Star card. They're seeing you as somebody that stands out, and they feel like if they mimic it, if they dress like you, if they be like you, they'll have this Nine of Pentacles and they'll feel good within themselves. It's something that they're chasing within them that they feel that you have. And they're very inspired by you, but they're not like, instead of like, okay, this person's got it, let's just say, again, let's just stick with the tarot because they keep taking me to tarot for some reason. So this person's got a tarot, right? Okay, instead of like, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna really practice, I'm gonna maybe take a course on it, or maybe I'm going to, you know, really work on connecting with spirit or whatever. Instead of doing that, it's just like, I'm going to buy the deck that person has, or it's like little things, like I'm going to tell everyone I'm a tarot reader before I can actually read the tarot. I'm going to do these because then I can be like this person. It's almost like empty masks that they're putting on to try and give them the zhumph that they feel that you have. And it's not working, I don't feel. Because they're not dealing with this Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you're completely detached to who this person is, though. I feel like you may be aware, but you're just like, look, I'm hearing the Nicki Minaj song. I don't know what the Nicki Minaj song is, but I know in the lyrics she says, they're copying, and that's facts, though. That's what I like, her punchlines. She says something, I don't work in no office, but they copying, and that's facts, though. Something like that. And it's reminding me of Motorsport. That's it, Motorsport. I was going to say it reminds me of the Motorsport verse, but that I think is that the Motorsport? Let me know if that was the Motorsport verse. I don't know. I want more cards. This person does not want you to know that they are bothered. This is a very prideful person as well. This person may have a lot of Leo in their chart. You know, when people act out of the negative attributes of the Leo energy and they can be very, very, very prideful. That's this person. Like, I don't think they'd admit, you know, what they see in you. Like I said, it's that copying thing. It's like they act like they don't care, so I'm going to act like I don't care. It's like that. Pile number 2. We have balance come up. This came up for pile number 1 as well. This person is not balanced at all in their energies because they're not putting that energy in them. They're always looking externally. They're not choosing to do inner work. They're not, like, we got the Hermit here, but then we have the Two of Wands here. It's like, instead of doing the work internally, they are looking elsewhere. And this is what's causing this imbalance. They lack love for themselves, or seeing the worth in themselves, or their own uniqueness, you know what I mean, their own talents. We have this here as well, Dungeon. Yeah, this person's kind of like trapped in their mind, just in a false sense of who they are, if that makes sense. They're trapped in that. And yeah, it's causing them to not move forward. It's causing them to not move forward. Because the thing is, when you think back to a time when you were doing something that just wasn't for you, we've all been there. Remember a time when you were doing something that just wasn't on your path? What happened? It crumbled, right? And this person is almost trying to do something, or trying to be like something that isn't them, or that isn't for them, or isn't on their path. It is crumbling every time. And instead of just walking away from that tower, they're trying to build that tower back up. When if they walked away and found all the cool things that they're good at, they could shine in that, but they're not seeing that they have any of that, and they're seeing you as this star. And the reason it's coming up as an enemy, to be honest with you, I don't feel like you have a lot of enemies. I feel like you're very protected. But the reason it's coming up as an enemy is because of the envy that they have within them. That's why it's coming up as an enemy. They're almost looking at you as, they've almost positioned themselves as like, I'm that person's enemy. And you're like, who? You know what I mean? Like, who? That random account with random jumbled up letters watching my Instagram, that? Oh, I didn't even... okay. Like, you know what I mean? It's that for you guys. You just kind of... Who? Who that? Pile number 4. Who is pile number 4's? You're not pile number 4, you're pile number 2. Who is pile number 2's? Maybe 4 is a significant number for you guys. Because I just said 4 randomly. We have zombie. We have zombie. And do you want to know what zombies do? They don't die. They come back to life. And what is death associated with? Change. This person is not choosing. When this tower comes down, this person is not choosing to let it be and build up a new tower. This person keeps coming back to life like these zombies, not wanting to stay dead and you know, ascend, so that they can, you know, try and create the same thing over and over because they see someone else getting success of it and they want that. So instead of it changing, this person keeps coming back to that old timeline or that old thing that they were trying. It's like they're stuck in a rut like that. You know what I mean? Because zombies are very stubborn. They were supposed to ascend and they chose not to. They chose to come out and just annoy. And I feel like that's what this person like decides to do, you know? And we have forgiveness. This person, and we have reducing burden as well. Like, this person, there's a lot, like with this 9 of Swords reverse going on, or that they've maybe gone through, or just in regards to their insecurities as well. There's just been a lot. And I feel like that's where it's coming from. And there's no self-forgiveness there. There's a self-hatred here from them. That's why they're trying to escape, having escapism through somebody else. Because it makes them feel better. And I feel like that's what this is. Kind of got a bit deep, to be honest with you. I don't feel like they're bad people at all. I just feel like, you know, this is... And look at that with trick or treat. What we do when we trick or treat? We put masks on and pretend to be other things. We pretend to be a ghost. We pretend to be a creepy werewolf. And that's what they're trying to do. They're putting masks on. Different masks at a time, trying to be something. But at the end of the day, we can't wear that mask all year. You know what I mean? And it's you know, it's crumbling. Oh, that's quite sad, actually. Okay. Well, pile 2. I hope, if you know who I'm talking about, that this has given you clarity as to why they do it and showing you it from a higher perspective. I hope this resonated for you. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if it did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you guys are watching. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at who are your enemies. So you guys chose the blue calcite. I'm going to pop that by here. We're going to get straight in. I'm going to start with the normal Radiant Wise Tarot. And then I'm also, for clarification, going to use the Deviant Moon Tarot. Just because that tarot basically brings up energies that, you know, are kind of hidden. That's what I find this tarot does for me. And then I'll be pulling some oracle cards as well. So let's get straight in. So pile number 3. Pile number 3, please, Spirit Guides, tap me into the collective of pile number 3. For some reason, they're showing me a crystal on your forehead. So I don't know whether somebody's just randomly lying here, like lying, listening to me with a crystal on their forehead. Or maybe somebody just does that. I don't know why. I'm just being shown somebody putting that on their head. Let me know what that's about. It could just be your open, like your third eye and your crown chakras are very open. But that's what I'm being shown, like a literal crystal on someone's forehead. Like a literal like blue calcite or celestite or something like that. Let's get in. Pile number 3, you are my water pile. I can feel you already. This is my water pile. Hey guys, welcome back. Who is pile number 3's enemies, please? Who is pile number 3's enemies, please, Spirit Guides? Pile number 3. Who is pile number 3's enemies? Keep being shown dolphins. And you've got like a dolphin ornament or something, maybe around you or in your room, or maybe you've got something with dolphins on, I don't know. Pile number 3. Who's pile number 3's enemies? We have the 8 of Cups, okay. Who is pile number 3's enemies? The Fool, okay. Who is pile number 3's enemies, please, Spirit Guides? Who is pile number 3's enemies? The Star. You've been going through a rebirth, pile 3. Or you've changed a lot in the last year or two. Energetically and physically, it feels. When we change energetically, we change physically. Yeah, there's a transformation going on, and someone from your past. This is someone from your past. Who is pile number 3's enemies? Judgment. Oh, okay. Okay, it's quite prominent. Look at these. This is the energy you're in right now. The Fool, the Star, Judgment. And they're referencing that this is the energy you're in. And they know you're in this energy. They know you're in a very homecoming stage. They know you're in a very abundant stage. And we have the 5 of Cups at the back of the deck. So this is someone that's feeling like they've been left behind. Or maybe you cut off from them. Or maybe you outgrow them. But with this 5 of Cups, guys, I feel like this is a friend that you had for some time that maybe you've outgrown. There is somebody watching you that would have known you well, transmute a lot of your energy or transmute a lot of your pain and bring abundance in for you. And it's putting them in this 5 of Cups energy. It's almost making them feel insecure when they should really, for you, I feel, as a friend, be very excited for you or happy for you. But it's not coming through like that. There's almost a little bit of like competitional energy coming through. Like, I almost feel like you and this person may have gone through a lot together, or you guys like both went through a lot of the same things, and I feel like maybe once you cried over the same things, or you bonded over the same pains, or you were both stuck on something at the same time. But I feel like you've naturally evolved and chosen to choose better for yourself, and I feel like this person is stuck in a rut, or more so this person feels a little bit, and we can all be there sometimes, but this person almost feels a little bit like they're stuck in self-pity. It does feel like that, feeling pity for self, not wanting to get up and win and get up and ascend. And that's fine when we're in that energy, but I almost feel like this is this person's default energy. Like they don't quite move from that energy through much of their life. And I feel like maybe this person thought that they were going to really get to this point, and now they're watching you do it. And it's like, the thing is, they know how to get there. They're just choosing not to. And there's some energy of jealousy coming through here, watching you here. Pile number 3. This could be a family member. You could be like moving out. Sorry if you hear the noise outside, guys. You guys may be moving out or something like that. Maybe going to college or university or something like that. And they're feeling like, oh my God, this person's outgrowing me. This person doesn't want anything to do with me anymore. This person's in a new phase. So they're kind of crying over spilt milk. Or this is someone that you were like, I don't think I can really like hang around with you too much anymore. I don't think I can share energy like that with you anymore. I don't feel like it's balanced. Or maybe it's someone you tried to help a lot, but they just kept taking, and you were like, right, I need to cut off now. So they're seeing this and they're coming through as an enemy, because it's almost like a self-pity. But I feel like this person, when people step away or people move forward without them, they may tend to villainize the person. I hope this is making sense. So like, that person just left me in the cold, or that person just did this, or that person just didn't want anything to do with me. They didn't want anything to do with me anymore. It's that kind of energy. Stuck in the self-pity, and they're seeing you in this energy. They're seeing you shining, they're seeing you happy, and it's just almost like, well, why didn't you carry me there? There is a little bit of self-righteous energy of, why didn't you carry me there? Why didn't you, you're going through this maze, you're both there, you both have the same tools. This person decides to cry because they think it's going to be hard, whereas you go through the forest, you tackle all the dragons or whatever. And this person's like looking at you at the top in the same point. They had the same tools as you. They just chose not to. They thought it was going to be too hard. They're looking you at the top of the tower now in that maze. And there's almost like a feeling in them of audacity. Like, How dare you leave me behind? How dare you not grab my hand and show me the way? How dare you not slay my dragons for me? How dare you slay your own dragons and not mine? It's that feeling, pile 3. It's a feeling of left behind, but like they could have literally ascended with you and pushed forward with you. That obviously you're not going into a maze to slay any dragons, I hope. But I'm just using that as an analogy. It's more so an energetic thing of you've slayed your demons, you've, you know, done what needed to be done. And I feel like this person, if anything, they could have even had more tools to get done what they needed to get done. They just chose not to. They chose maybe to stay in stagnation or procrastinate or something like that while you were out here doing your thing. And it's almost took them by surprise that you did that. But honest to God, guys, there is a little bit of that energy of taking energy of like, and I don't want to say they're a bad person because it doesn't feel like they're a bad person. I feel like naturally in their natural energy, they're actually a very loving energy. You actually have a lot in common. It's just the energy that they've kind of morphed into. It is kind of low vibrational. It's kind of like, they've almost morphed into some narcissistic tendencies. I wouldn't say they're a full-on like narcissist or anything like that. They just have some of that now. There's almost a righteous energy of you should have helped me, or you should have helped me get to that point. You know what I mean? You should have lent me money. You should, and the Spirit's making me feel like the audacity that they're having, it shouldn't be there. Like, I feel like you've almost done enough. If anything, you've almost even done too much for them. They just liked that you were doing that. You know what I mean? And now they're seeing you here, and it's like 5 of Cups. How am I going to get there, if that makes sense? You're in this new energy. You're shining bright. You've moved forward. You know? And the thing is as well, what I'm being told is they know the way. They know that they can put down these 8 cups and follow you and do that and be like this full energy and do that. They know it's not going to be easy. You knew it wasn't going to be easy though. But they're in this 5 of Cups and they're looking at the 3 of Cups. They don't want to walk away from the cups. They don't want to do that. They still think, there's almost an energy from them like they're waiting for something to resolve or someone else to like maybe come back. Maybe they're upset over an ex. And instead of just like moving on from it and wanting a new relationship, maybe you guys are in a new relationship or talking to somebody, they're like, they almost want their ex back. They're choosing to stay there and wait for that ex, or they're waiting for something or someone to do, to kind of give to them. They're in that energy. So let's pull more, otherwise I'll probably say the same thing again. Pile number 3, please, Spirit Guides. Let's pull, get a little bit deeper. Show me the shadow attributes. Who is pile number 3's enemies? This is someone that you were good friends with, I feel, or you were close to. It could be a family member too. Could even be like a parent. You know what I mean? A parent that you gave a lot to, but at one point you had to move on, or you had to maybe move out, or you had to distance yourself from a little bit. Pile number 3. Who is pile number 3's enemies? Sorry for the noise, guys. We have the Knight of Wands. Pop that there. This card always reminds me, sorry, I have to say it. I don't know if you've ever watched Night at the Museum, but you know the 2 little action figure guys? I can't remember their names. There was one like cowboy and one like Roman, and they were riding like a mouse in the grass. And I don't know why that always reminds me of that. If you've ever seen it, it always reminds me of it. Pile number 3, please, Spirit Guides. Who is pile number 3's enemies? Show me the more shadow attributes. Who is pile number 3's? It's almost like they want you to be in the same place as you were when you were in their energy, because it was just, it made them happier in a way. It was like, oh, you know, misery loves company type thing, like that. It was like, at least I'm not the only one, or they just liked you being in that energy because then they weren't the only one being in that energy. But I feel like you quite quickly transformed like that. We have the Magician. This person can be manipulative, but This person uses self-pity as manipulation. I have to say it as it is. This person uses self-pity as manipulation. And with this cup here, which looks like it has wine in it, this person may have substance abuse issues. This person may escape through alcohol. This person may escape through substances, things like that. With this cup here, though, something to do with wine is coming through for me for some reason. Yeah. But this person can be very manipulative for sure. Pile number 3. Pile number 3, please. Oh, the card just dropped. 2 seconds. Let me go grab it. Where did it go? We have the Lovers. Again, it could literally be somebody that you've ended up in a, you've ended up in a relationship. This person's still single. They're not very happy about it. Okay. Yeah, this person uses self-pity as a manipulation tactic. So they could have been coming to you like, oh, I feel really low. Don't work on that project today. Come and see me. Or, somebody may not have lent them money, and then it was just like, oh, well, I really needed money and I've bent over backwards for this person and they wouldn't give me this. Or there's almost an energy of, I did all of this for you. You should do this for me. That type of energy coming through, to be honest with you. And I do feel they are a little bit, they act in your life, and I don't feel they always did, but I feel like they act in your life as an energy vampire. Do you see him kissing the neck there? And then we have the energy of the moon coming on to them. I do feel like this person acts as an energy vampire. This person could have a lot of Cancer in their chart, or you might have a lot of Cancer in their chart, because I'm looking at the moon on the 8 of Cups, and then the moon here, and the moon here is all full. It's just reminding me of Cancer. And we have the water energy here, so they could be, and we have the water energy here, so they could actually be water signs. And I'm looking at the shadows at the back of the Magician. I do feel like this person needs to definitely do shadow work. I feel like the shadows are creeping up on them, and I feel like it could be that. I feel like you chose to slay. When I say slay the dragons, I mean I feel like you chose to slay the demons. You chose to, you know what I mean, clean out the skeletons in your closet. You chose to transmute that shadow energy to create this light for yourself. Whereas I feel like they are not wanting to do it, but because you've done it yourself, it's almost like they're blaming you. It's just like the audacity of not doing my shadow work for me, or the audacity of not still pitying me. You know what I mean? I feel like you may have chose a tough love route for them, chose to give them tough love or something like that, or maybe you just distanced yourself and there's something within them. And I feel like you are still in contact with them a bit, which is why it's coming through as an enemy, because I don't feel like they're outright saying their feelings. 9 of Swords at the back of the deck. Yeah, this person's definitely like procrastinating. It's almost like this person's laying in bed like, how dare they not come and tuck me in? How dare they not go and make me a hot chocolate? You know what I mean? How dare they be in their own house working when they could be, with me? It's that type of, there's a lot of self-pity coming from this person. And they're kind of blinded by that. They're definitely blinded by that. Let's pull some more cards. Pile number 3. I don't even think they're aware of what they're doing. They're blinded by self-pity. But it's one that, it's okay to have self-pity. I used to have self-pity for myself, but at one point we have to be like, okay, I need to get up and shift this, or no one's going to change this but me, because I always say this myself, I've been through a lot, but I don't want people to know me as the person that went through a lot. I want people to look back at me and be like, oh my God, she was so happy. Oh my God, she had everything that she wanted. She worked for everything that she wanted. She had such an abundant life. That's what I want people to think, and that's what I want to look back at my life and see. I don't want to look back at my life and remember the negative. I want to not necessarily cancel it out, but I want to make the most of my life. I don't want to live through the past. And I feel like this person, the reason I was picking up Cancer energy as well, is they live through the past. All this water energy, water holds emotions, and this person is continuously thinking back to certain situations, and they know they could move forward, but they're very, very comfortable in this receiving self-pity and energy. It's comfortable for them and they do not want to budge. But then they neglect people around them because it's like they want everybody else to kind of like pander to them in a way. Pile 3. Who's pile number 3's enemies? Look, we have Ruin, kind of like the Tower card here. This person's still like kind of like kicking dust, playing with the ruins, and they have everything they need to build another castle. They've had enough time to mourn, but it's just like they still can't. They want someone else to build the other castle for them. They don't want to go and build another one. It's something about, they want someone else to kind of, they want the validation from someone else, or it's almost like they're wanting this sympathy that maybe they never got. But it's leaning into a way now where it's over the line and it's causing problems in connections for them. Pile number 3. Key. Yeah. The thing is, and I'm being told they have the key. They have the key to do it. They just won't. They want your key. You know what I mean? They want you to do it. It's like they have the key in their hands, but they want you or whoever is around them and listening. It doesn't even just have to be you. Whoever's around them listening to put the key in the door for them. They don't want to do it themselves. We have Star at the back of the deck, which, again, Aquarius energy, like the tarot card. I feel like you're onto this new energy. And they see as well, because this is like icicles around here, right? And these look like yellow kind of like leaves, like in the fall. They see time changing. They see people moving on. And the more they're seeing people move on, it's kind of, again, it's the audacity of these people to move on. The audacity of people to find happiness in their lives then or change. Like, I want time to stay here so I can continue to lick wounds that have, you know what I mean, already kind of like raised over, but I keep opening them because I'm happy here, I'm comfortable. It's, you know what I mean? They're stuck in a rut, pile 3, but the reason they're coming up as an enemy for you is because I feel like they have taken from you and you are unaware, or maybe you are aware that they're feeling that way of like, oh, audacity. Because this person could be saying to other people, and I have to relay this because it is coming through, this person could be saying to people, oh, this person kind of like, I was going through a lot and this person didn't bother with me, or blah, 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 when I do feel that you did, because something's coming through of something that you did do, but they expected more from you. And it's a grudge. This person holds grudges, if you couldn't already tell. Pile 3. Who's pile number 3's enemies? Who's pile? I wish you could smell my room right now. I got this candle because it was like Halloween. Well, not Halloween. It was like autumny. It's like, I don't know. I can't really tip it. But it's like a cup, if you guys could see the handle. And it's apple pie and cinnamon vanilla. And it smells so damn good. It smells so good. I got it because I wanted to do all of this for the festive, like, autumny, Halloweeny season. And that candle is smelling so good. I wish you could smell it. Okay, so we have the owl right here. Wise seeing, wise action. Okay, you know what it is, pile number 3, this person is very intelligent, and I do feel like this, look at the moon here again, definite Cancer energies here. This person's very clued on, pile 3. This person is not stupid. I feel like this person knows exactly what they need to do. And I just feel like this person is very intuitive, but it's like they don't use those powers in a very good way. I don't think this person's going to throw any psychic attacks or anything like that at all. But I just feel like they're just not, how can I explain it? They're not stepping into their power is the message. Because this owl is representing them being wise. They're as wise as you. Like, you're very wise, they're very wise. But it's just like there is a jealousy there with you as well. Again, it's like maybe you both have psychic abilities, whereas you've stepped into your psychic abilities, you've stepped into that wisdom, you've become that wise old owl, you've used your challenges to create abundance for yourself or just create that wisdom for yourself. And it's like they have everything that they could use to do that. They're just not doing it, but then they're getting jealous then that you're doing it. It's like they want everything where they feel comfortable. And when people do things that make them uncomfortable, it's like, oh, no, you know? Because this person's cunning and, you know, they're very intelligent and smart. They really are. And I think you know this about them as well. Pile, definite Cancer energy. Look at all that moon. Pile number 3. One final card, please, Spirit Guides. Who's pile number 3's enemies? We have the Witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. And look at the hands with the fire, literally alchemizing. That's what you've done. They have the same abilities to do it. They're just not. And it's triggering them because they're seeing you do something that on that, like if they chose to like maybe shift the timeline, or they chose to do the inner work, they chose to alchemize, they'd be like you. They'd be able to stand next to you. And that friendship, I guess maybe they're craving, or whatever connection it is that they're craving with you, because they still want that. They would, sorry for the noise downstairs, guys. They would, they'd be able to stand with you. But because they're not choosing to do it, it's almost like they don't want to see you do it. With the Witch, I feel like that's how they're looking at you. I feel like you guys may work with, you know, you may work with spells, work with magic and things like that. But yeah, they have the same alchemizing powers as you. They're just not choosing to use it because they're happy in self-pity. And the reason it's coming up as an enemy as well is because you have such a pure heart. I feel like you even beat yourself up maybe sometimes that you didn't do enough when you really did. You know what I mean? We have to have those boundaries. We can't, you know, we can bring a pony to the water. We can't make it drink. I feel like you've learned that with this person, or you're learning that with this person. And this person knows that you would have had people in your past, or maybe a parent or something like that. Or they know that maybe you would have fallen victim to people being quite narcissistic like that and making you feel bad for not doing enough. They know that you would have fallen into that people-pleasing energy at times. They may use that to their advantage to make you come back in ways. So please be wary and careful of that. And I'm feeling your frustration. It could be your frustration I'm feeling, because it's like, I know this person could be great, and I know this person could do well, and I know this person does have a pure heart, but they're choosing to not hold on to it out of... It's almost eating them up, pile 3. And I see the frustration with you, because it's like, we could be great. You know what I mean? And the back of the deck, we have midnight, the most magical hour of all. But do you see the times here with the clock? This person thinks back to the past a lot. This person wants almost time to stop. Remember I was saying, people are moving on and they don't like that. The most magical hour of all. It's like, I feel like they're stepping towards a time where they could have, sorry for the noise, guys. I feel like they're stepping to a time where there could be a crossroads where they could level up, but it doesn't feel like they're wanting to yet, pile 3. And that's why they're coming up as an enemy, because they may use these manipulation tactics to make you feel like you haven't done enough for them, when you have. That's coming through from Spirit. You have, you know? Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile number 3. I really hope this resonated. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if it did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you guys are watching. And hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey pile 4, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at who are your enemies. So you guys chose the rose quartz. I'm going to pop that up here, and we are going to get straight in. I'm going to start with tarot. I'm going to start with the Radiant Wise tarot, and then to clarify, I am going to be using the Deviant Moon tarot, because this particular deck always gets like shadow attributes out, or anything that's hidden. This deck always reveals it for me, so I'm going to use that to clarify with the tarot. So pile number 4, please, Spirit Guides. Pile number 4, tap me into the collective of pile number 4. One thing I do want to say is you're very attractive. That's something that's coming through. Pile 4, you are very attractive. And it's funny that you chose rose quartz, because a bit of Venus energy is coming through, a bit of Aphrodite is coming through. You may work with her, you may do rituals and like spell work or anything with her. Or even if not, you just, I don't know, you ooze that energy anyway. You may be very Venusian, so like may have a lot of Taurus or Libra in your chart. But I'm being told that's why you were drawn to the rose quartz as well. Yeah, let's get in though. So pile 4, Spirit just referred to you as a delicate rose. Very sweet. That was very cute. So pile 4, who is pile number 4's enemies? Please, Spirit Guide, show me who pile number 4's enemies are. Show me who pile Oh God, okay, 2 cards just flipped over and I'm going to use them straight away. So we have the Emperor reversed, and the card that flipped over in my hand was Temperance. Who is pile number 4's enemy? Who is pile number 4's enemies? Oh, the Lovers, okay. All right. Pile number 4. Who is pile number 4's enemy? 10 of Wands, okay. And the back of the deck, we have the 2 of Cups. Okay. Something to do with a romance here. Let's get in. Okay. There's 2 scenarios coming through, but let me home in. Who is pile number 4's enemies? This is somebody that you had enough of maybe trying to change or trying to heal or trying to get to step up, and you stepped away from pile number 4. This is someone that you've put a boundary in with. Could be a friend, but it's more so coming through as a relationship, to be honest, with the Lovers and the 2 of Cups. But take it how it resonates. It could even be a family member. This is somebody that you wanted a romantic connection with, and the thing is I do feel, pile number 4, that you were a little bit blinded by this person in a sense. Reason being, I do feel this person wears a little bit of a mask, and it's more so a mask to... They use it to people please, is what they do. They use it to people please. So this person will say they'll be around friends, and their friends are very egotistical, care about money. So around those friends, they talk about money, they talk about this new car they're going to get and things like that, when it's not really the core person of who they are. So when they're getting into relationships or situations like that, they may try and project what they want what that person would maybe want. And they'll try and project to kind of be like that. And it's out of an insecurity. It's coming from an insecurity. And the thing is about you is I feel like you did see deeper than that. I feel like you did see who they were. And I feel like that's definitely how you connected, because there's an emotional connection that was created here. However, I feel like this connection was a little bit imbalanced, and you know this. And the reason I know you know this is because there's a boundary being placed. This connection at the beginning may have been very imbalanced in the sense that, you know, you really gave to this person. I feel like you bigged them up. I feel like you really poured yourself into this person, bigged them up, gave them a lot of love, maybe gave them a lot of compliments. You made things very easy for them. Like there was no, they didn't have to do a lot of chasing. Maybe at the beginning they did, but the minute that they had you, I feel like you are a very passionate person. I feel like you have such a beautiful heart. I feel like you then just poured everything into them. And I feel like they enjoyed that. So I feel like they may have fallen into giving you crumbs. And maybe they got comfortable disrespecting you. And what I see, pal 4, is you were very patient with this person. I feel like you were very understanding with this person. I feel like you may have even waited for this person at times. You really did have a lot of love for them, have unconditional love for them. You had such, you know, an open heart to them. Whereas they're not very connected to their heart chakra. It doesn't feel, they're more so out here trying to be what they think other people want them to be, if that makes sense. That's what they're more focused on. How am I going to look to others? You know, how am I going to come across to others? Etc, etc. And I feel like the reason that they got away with things in the past, pal, with the Emperor reverse is, in the past, I feel like maybe you were just growing up. I feel like it was a lesson as well to maybe put boundaries in. You weren't so discerning with them because you have such a pure heart. I do feel you wouldn't think to manipulate someone, or you wouldn't think to lie to someone, or you wouldn't think to just breadcrumb someone and leave them hanging. Why would you think to do that? That's not within you. So you wouldn't think that of them. And I feel like they would then breadcrumb, or they would maybe use certain tactics to keep you there, or maybe they go hot and cold, pull away, come back, and you were learning discernment, but at the time you didn't have it, and I feel like they benefited from it. But look what we have here, pal 4. We have Temperance. So at whatever point, pal 4, I really do feel like you took your energy off this person, and you were like, you know what, it's been however long. You know how to step up and match my energy. You don't want to. I'm not going to keep going around in circles. Or maybe you call them out and said, you know what, why don't you take me on a date? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And I feel like this person got so comfortable maybe disrespecting you or just giving the bare minimum, that they almost felt like, the audacity, you know what I mean? It does feel like that. Or there was almost there's this feeling of feeling butthurt, like you said something to this person or called this person out, or maybe you just was like, you know what, I am actually done with the situation and stepped away. They got butthurt, pal. For this person was butthurt because this person loved your energy, and they loved that sometimes they could just sit back and have your energy. And I don't mean that in like, you know, a negative way. I just mean like you'd give them compliments, you'd give them love. They wouldn't really have to give much back, or they do it for a little bit to kind of get you back, and then they'd stop. And they liked that you would just pour your love. They liked that you had all of that love, and they liked that you expressed that, because they don't like to express it. They don't like to bring that out. That's called being vulnerable. They don't like that. So the fact that you did it, it kind of was comfortable for them. Whereas when you were like, okay, step up to the plate, and I feel again putting in those boundaries, if they saw you pouring into themselves and they were like, oh my god, they're pouring into themselves, oh my god, now I've got to step up, it triggered them, powerful. It really, really triggered them. And with this Lovers card and the 10 of Wands here, I just feel like, I do feel like this person did want something with you, but I just feel like it always would have been imbalanced, because this person is not, it's weird, this person can be a giver. I'm about to say this person isn't a giver, but I can see that this person can be a giver, but there's almost this dynamic of you two like run and chase. When you're in the runner energy, they'll happily give and chase. But then the minute you're in the giving energy, they run. When you're in the chasing energy, they run. There's no balance. And now that you're putting all of that energy in towards you, it was almost like, damn, now we've actually got to make it something, because this is what they're kind of requiring from me now, and I don't think I can do that. I don't think because I feel like in hindsight they wanted the 2 of Cups, but they were like, I don't think that they can do that. And the reason this person's coming up as an enemy is because this person did take from you energetically. This person didn't have your best interest in mind. This person wasn't thinking of you with their actions, and I feel like something that this person could have just walked away, because they were almost looking at the connection now like, oh, this is too much. They want me to take them on dates, or they want to go on dates, and they want love and affection. Whoa, no, like it was kind of like that. It was just like, I'm here to put on a show for others. I'm here for an easy ride, not to do all of this. And I feel like this person may have fallen back, and I feel like that hurt you. And even though it triggered you into, I feel like, more self-love, and I feel like it may have shown you the true colors, this person's coming up as an enemy. And do you want to know why this person's coming up as an enemy? They're still butthurt. They don't like that you've ascended and chose yourself. And I do feel like this person may try and come back around with talk of the 2 of Cups, but with no action of the 2 of Cups. You know? I want to get deeper. This isn't enough for me. I got to get deeper into this. Pile 4. Pile 4. Who's pile number 4's enemies? Who's pile number 4's enemy? Can you show me the shadow attributes of this situation, or anything hidden from this situation? Pile 4. Pile 4's enemies. Hidden. 9 of Pentacles. You feel like the 9 of Pentacles to them, pile 4. They love your energy. Can't quite put a finger on it. I don't think they look at the world like that. But God, they love your energy. Pile 4. They love being around you. It's almost like I can sit here with my mask on, and then they'll shine and do that work. And it's easy for me. But that's not fair. Pile 4. Pile 4. Show me the hidden energies of this connection. Pile 4. Who's pile 4's enemies? The Hermit. This person may have Virgo energy. 2 of Wands. I'm being told to use one more. Pile 4, please. Ups, yeah. Reverse Death. We have Death. Reversed. Yeah, this person's going to make their way back, pile 4, which is why it's coming up as an enemy, because I'm being told for you to be cautious. I don't feel that you take this person back at all. I do feel that there was something that was done that may have hurt you, or maybe they, you know, maybe they walked away from you and ended another connection with somebody else. We have Hanged Man at the back of the deck. I do feel like you've seen the truth of this connection, to be honest with you. It does feel like that. Two of Wands. They may be in another connection now and thinking back to you. Because they may have ran from you into another connection and felt like, okay, this is the wrong choice. I think I should go back, or I should try my luck again. With the Death card reversed, it's like they're not choosing to... They could have done inner work. They could have been vulnerable. They could have opened their heart and had a real emotional connection with you. But they chose their ego. They chose to people please. They chose to cover their heart up and chase something else. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's kept them stagnant. It's kept them not wanting to shift or change. And because they're stuck in this energy now, it's weird because they're thinking back to you, and they do have, I want to say, they do have an emotional connection with you. They do like you like that, but they don't think of you, pile 4. That's why they're coming up as an enemy. They don't think of you. They're in it for themselves. They are really in it for themselves. And with someone like you that has such a passionate, beautiful love, you deserve someone to reciprocate that. And the thing is that they could reciprocate it, but they choose not to. Out of fear, but at the same time, then they're choosing, you know, what's going to look good for other people, what's going to look good on my arm, what's going to look good elsewhere. And it's just like... This person's chasing things that just aren't going to make them happy. And that's why they're coming out as an enemy, because it takes you away from your power. The tactics that they use, I feel like they use that psychological tactic of making you feel like you're on cloud 9 by giving you a lot of attention and whatever, and then they pull it. And they know what they're doing, why they do it. They didn't know what they were doing at the beginning, but they've seen your reaction to it, and now they know what they're doing, because it's actually coming through for me to let you know they know what they're doing now. When they do that tactic, they know what they're doing. They're aware of it. Or they may be aware of, like, maybe cutting you off or silent treatment does cause you to come out of your energy, and they know what they're doing there. There's something they know about. They see you as very attractive. They think about you a lot. But it's self-serving. This person is self-serving. And it's funny because they're self-serving, but they're also people pleasers. It doesn't make any sense. Well, it does make sense, but you know what I mean. Pile 4. Pile 4. Who's pile number 4's enemies? The Void. You two are definitely not speaking right now. They don't like it. They feel a lot of warmth when they're in your life. They do not like it at all. I do feel like they think about a connection with you, to be honest with you. When you are not in their life, they don't like that. They don't like, like I said, you have that bright light shining, and it's just like when it's not there, it's a bit, you know. You're very involving as well, you know, very... very, very giving. And the thing is, if they're not giving that to themselves, when you're giving it to them, it's going to taste all the more better then. You know what I mean? We have the Fool. And the reason the Fool card's coming out is they see you as very innocent. They see you as very innocent, and they see you as very... they almost feel like they can pull on your heartstrings, and I'm feeling very protective of you, pile 4. So they may come back like, oh, this relationship has... you know, broken down and I'm so sad, and they know that you would nurture them or something like that. It's like they know how to back, like they feel like, I know this person's going to be mad at me when I come back, so when I come back I'm going to like be all sad and talk about this, because then, you know, and it's not a lie, they are sad about it, but they know if they lead with that, you couldn't exactly be mean to them or say go away. So it's like they know how to play like that. They are manipulative. But they don't even, it's almost in a way like they don't realize that they are manipulative, or they wouldn't call it that. So then to call them out with it, they're like, what? Like it's, I don't know. This person doesn't know themselves very well. We have the Sun at the back of the deck, which is how they view you. Very bright light in their life. Very bright light in their life. And you do stroke their ego as well. when you're in their life that they like, gives them a confidence boost, and this person doesn't talk to themselves very well. Pile number 4. Who's pile number 4's enemies? Hang on a minute, the card just fell on the floor. We have zombie, and this card came out for, I think it was pile 2. And what I was saying in pile 2 is, you know how like stubborn zombies are? Like, they won't just die. They have to come up from the grave and annoy people and bite people. They have to cause a ruckus like that. It's like, I feel like you've tried to put this connection to bed, pile 4. I feel like you have stepped away from this person before. I feel like this situation has crumbled before. This person will not let it be put to bed. With the death card reversed and the zombie card here, this person just keeps coming back from the dead. You're in a completely new phase, and then they're trying to like wave around to get your attention. And the reason this card is coming up is because I do feel that this person may try again over the next couple of months, pile 4, to come back if they haven't already. They keep coming back. It's like they don't want you to move on. But the thing is, with the Temperance, I actually see that you've put in boundaries with this person, and I do feel like you have moved on. Pile 4. I do feel like you've had enough of this person, to be honest with you, pile 4. I'm almost feeling like with the 2 of Cups here, I almost do feel like there has been a change in the waters where you're not so maybe attracted to this person anymore. Or do you know, like, I read a tweet the other day, and it was like, you know, when a soul contract comes to an end and it's over, and you finally see the person for what they are, and they're just not what you like, you're just not attracted to them anymore. They no longer have that shine to them, and you're like, oh, I feel like that's something that you're in right now, pile 4. I feel like you're a bit like, I don't know what I saw. Yeah, final card, pile 4. I don't want to say though, like, the emotional connection was there. They did have an emotional connection with you. It's just fears and stuff getting in the way. They're not connected to themselves. So they were always going to use other tactics then, because they weren't connected to themselves. Especially out of fear. Kept them in control. You know what I mean? It kept them the ones in power. Yeah, one more card, please, Spirit Guides. Pile 4. Who's pile 4's enemies? Winter, the sacredness of pausing. And what happens in winter? Look at these moons here as well. I feel like you've been released in this connection, pile 4. There's definitely emotion still involved, especially from them to you. But with winter, the sacred of pausing, with this card here, I just feel like maybe in your eyes as well, this connection's gone cold. Like, you just don't feel as connected to this connection anymore, or you're just not. And I think they do feel that you have moved past this or iced out, and I do feel like there is a bit of a grudge there. There is definitely a bit of a grudge. And it's got to a point now where I almost feel like the more you're stepping into your light, the more you're pouring into yourself, it's irritating them. They don't like it, which is not right for some. Like, if you love someone, you want to see them be the best version of them. And the more you're doing it, and I think that the reason they're getting that way is because you're on a pedestal they can't reach then. And they didn't want that. They never wanted that. And now that's kind of happening. You know what I mean? And the back of the deck we have, I hope I say this correctly, Bambrak, Sweetness and Synergy. And I was reading the booklet because I've never heard of this. I don't know if it's like an American like tradition or an olden day tradition or something like that. But apparently in this little pie thing that they would make, they would put things in there like rings and like apparently things that weren't very good, like a nail or something. And if you got like a nail or just something that wasn't good, that would mean you would have like a really bad year or something like that. Whereas if you got something good, like a ring or something, it meant like you were going to find love or whatever, and you never knew what you were going to get eating it. I guess it was their way of like divination or something, I don't know. But you never knew what you were going to get eating it. And I feel like that's coming through almost like it's almost like you and this person with each other. Like, I feel like you transform a lot, you change a lot, you shift a lot, that they never quite know when they come back to you how you're going to be with them or how they may have to approach you. Because like I said, they like to match energy. They never quite know how to approach you. Whereas I feel like with you, it's like, it's more so you never quite know with them if they're actually being serious this time or not. Like, sometimes I don't know, there's just a shift in both of your energies. It's just like, there's something about you too. It's like cat and mouse. It's like Tom and Jerry. It's just like, you never know who's going to be chasing, who's the giver, who's the taker, who's the, do you know what, it feels like that. And it could have been something that's happened in another lifetime too, and you've kind of, I do feel like you've resolute at it in this lifetime. Like, I feel like you've definitely been working on you. Or it could be like you never know when this person's going to pop up, but when they do, it's something that's gone round in circles for sure. Yeah. But definitely be wary of this person, pile 4. I feel like you will be. I don't even feel like I need to tell you, but I will. They talk a good game, I'm being told. So that's what I have for you, pile number 4. I really hope this resonated. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if it did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching. And hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching.